Hey there, duplicates. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included Badlands episode 30, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Hey, Casey. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. Are the viewer submitted ideas open again? They were never really closed, but right now I have, projects that I'm working on, so I'm not about ready to take on a new project. I just want to get the base tidied up so that I can take on new things easily. How are these not delivered? Jesus. Doodlebugs. Let's get that going. Oh, the suits are even swept up. So you just need to deliver it. Alright, so we have double the farms. How can I expect to know that breathing is required when oxygen is not included? Yeah, you're right. I gotta make my own oxygen. So once I have enough of that rust stuck into supply, this stuff here, I'm going to set to 9s because I still want to move it. Once this rust is stuck into supply, I can start working on other projects. Probably more space stuff, but I'll leave it up to you. So here is what I'll do. I'm going to open up the viewer suggestions and set up... it wasn't supposed to be base upkeep. Basic base upkeep. And suggest projects. Didn't I just print up lava eggs? Larva eggs, rather? Yeah. Okay, there it goes. It just took a second to update. So, if you have suggestions, yep, drop it in. I'm ready to take some more. Hey! We have a stone! A stone hatching. I think because it requires very little retrofitting, I'm going to prep a stone ranch, separate from the one I'm running now. That was just by chance, because I don't have any sedimentary rock for them to eat. So they just ate it. Or they just, it was a small chance to mutate. So let's get that built. Just feels weird to have a weird pocket, unobtainable pocket, so I'm gonna bust into it. I am going to need to hit a new source of water soon, because this water puddle has been exhausted just about. Sly Stick, make sure to use the viewer submitted ideas if you want me to actually work on it. That's how to do that. Got to use channel points to suggest. I generally speaking, if it doesn't get upvoted, refund it. so it's sort of pseudo non-committal, but still, channel pointed up if you want to see it done. Or someone else can submit it for you if you're worried about the cost. So we're still putting the rust away, but... Oh yeah, no, actually this box is not full up yet. Yeah, I still definitely need to move some more rust around. I'm not close to being done with that. Hey, Draco, thanks for the resub. 19 months. Oh, Hess is stuck. Oh no, you got unstuck. You climbed. So anywhere where we walk around often, I'm just going to make into metal tile. I wish I designed this with metal tile, but obviously I can't go back and change it now because it will leak the hydrogen everywhere. Not worth it. And I'll put 2.5 minutes left on the timer for suggesting stuff. So if you have stuff to suggest, do it now. Key calls look like it's holding. And this here is for the critter drop-off for, Alright, so that stone hatchling... Oh, yeah, okay. Remove, wrangle, and stone hatch. Incubate. And I can actually incubate it now. How's my natural gas? Where is my natural gas? It's thinning. I basically don't have any natural gas in the atmosphere anymore. And this is dormant for 38 more cycles, so it's just whatever in the tank reservoirs. Meaning that coal power generation might be a wise goal. Down to 6 critters in there. Oh, is that the stone? No, that's not the stone. The stone's still here. I don't even have stones yet, so I can't even feed them yet. So I'm going to wait until that one's hatched to set up the second ranch. Hey, Critical Voices, welcome. All right, let's vote on some projects. Don't have too much time left, but I'm going to pause the queue. So we have fully automate water filtration. Oh man, mistyping everywhere. Produce dirt, probably with what are they called? Pufflets. Electrolysis. I'm sure I'm spelling it wrong, but that would be producing oxygen for water. Explore, south, east, automate, desalination. Because I have a lot of salt water and I'm not doing anything with it. Set up, add coal power generation. And what was, okay, yep, there it is. 2.5 minutes. Let me know what you think is the most important, or at least what you'd like to see done immediately, and I'll get that going. How is this not delivered yet? What is going on here? Alright, I am, I'm gonna stick those as 9s. Because my mind is being slowly boggled as to why that hasn't been delivered yet. So all the Mafic that was in these boxes got moved. Some other nice-to-haves would be, not bunker tile, metal tiles here to speed up getting out of bed. These are spots that I can use in the future to, I can even extend a metal tile. Spots in the future for, like, production facilities and the like that I'm just not using yet. If I had a lot of reed fibers, I could also do fuzzy carpets for the tickled toes, but I don't have a lot of fiber, so tickled toes is not going to be an option unless I ramp up fiber production. And I don't know when that will be. Then also to get to the ranch, let's get rid of that because that's slowing us down. Add metal over to the ranch, speed that transfer up. How's the temperature there? Is it too hot? It's getting a little warm, so I think what I'll do is I'll bust this and add those as Weezewarts, removing this one and that one instead. And you have got just another few seconds to vote, so if you haven't cast your vote, go and do it. But it looks like fully automate water filtration is going to win. And I don't really remember how to do that, so get ready for our water to be poisoned. Ha ha! I'm just kidding. I'll figure it out. So, yeah. Let's do that. Fully automate water filtration. So I don't have to keep tinkering with these switches. Looks to be the goal. So first things first, I need to empty out this stuff so that I, yeah. So that I can start messing with the pipes. Yeah, it finally got figured out. Okay, there we go. So we have rust supply now. Salt is actually what I'm next worried about, because rust is everywhere, salt is limited. So there is a pocket of salt here that I am going to go for. I think it's probably fastest if I go from here. I know this is not part of the project, but breathing is kind of necessary. Okay. Alright, so fully automating water filtration means detecting germs. So this is now clean. Let me dump it. So instead of having to use a signal switch manually that I've been doing, what we're going to want to do is to have a liquid pipe germ sensor to run this instead. So that if it's clean, it dumps it automatically. Right? And then if it's dirty, it goes back into another loop cycle. There was salt Middle East in that, alright, let me try to find the other salt. So there's salt here. No, I don't really see the other salt. I just see salt here. I know I haven't tapped this salt, so I can also drop a ladder here and grab that salt. Is that what you meant? Just right there? So I see no other salt other than in that pocket. Because salt with the consumable ore overlay would be white. So I see salt here and salt there. And then like one piece of salt there, which is I could grab, I guess. What about in the circular red section higher up? Here? No, I mean, this is space. So why am I missing it? Is it really salt here and I just don't even see it? This is cool vests. You mean here? Oh, there's a tiny bit of salt in the dash of salt vine, but that's not even worth going for. That's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Talk all about this water. I gotta hydrate. Cheers. High quality H2O. East and up from my saltwater geyser. So here's the saltwater geyser. East and up. Oh, right here. Oh, my lord. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got it. I am blind as a bat. I don't know how I didn't spot that. Alright, the way I want to get there is up this way. And break into the, this facility. And then break these doors. And then dig up. Alright, so back what I was doing. We have emptied out all the extra water. The way the plumbing works. So I'm a little worried, just in case I don't... So, I want to set it up that I can make mistakes. So, instead of actually having the filtered water go to my aquifer, I'm going to have it feed back to this intake, this intake liquid pump, in case I make a mistake. So, if I do make a mistake, it gets refiltered. That way, it has some sort of failsafe. And then what I want to do is go over here and I probably want it to filter in batches. So I need a germ sensor. So that would be plumbing, germ sensor, and then stick that there and remove. Actually, let's keep that on. This should be or. This will be an OR gate. So what I do want to do is to keep the ability for manual override. So I'm going to stick a signal switch here. And this will be the manual override of, like, you know, No, I think this needs to be and. So if the signal and the germ sensor is green, it sends a green. So it's going to look something like that. Unfortunately, we're going to have very irritated eyes setting this up because we have to go into a cloud of chlorine. But hey, not my problem. And then, just to make sure that we don't have any problems with it, my filtered water goes back into this holding pen so that if I do screw up something, it doesn't pollute my water. And then once we prove that it works, then I'll move it back over to the other vent and have it dump. So this automation wire feeds in there. And this is what I need built. Yeah, worst case scenario, it just goes through the filter again and I fix the problems. So I can't ruin my supply of water here. It's just not possible. It's designed that way. So taking a look here, this germ sensor. So if the germs are below 0, meaning no germs, it sends a green. And then this liquid shutoff will allow, if it's 0, to flow in. So this is germ sensing, but not batch filtration. I do want to set it up eventually for batch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow a little water to pass through, which I know is germy. So I know this is germy water. And we'll see if this part of the water might have been clean. Let's see, is this... Yeah, this is... Nope, this is food poisoning. So this has already failed. It feeds in here. So why did this fail? Let's see that again. It shouldn't, here, let me turn that off. Because this needs to be an... Oh, that's an OR gate. I meant for it to be an AND gate. That would be why. Because this switch is sending green, which means that the shutoff is green. Yeah, I said AND gate, I built OR gate. See, this is why we have fail-safes. So this is very, very, very germy water that would have dumped in here had I allowed it. Good job, me. Alright, let's fix that gate. Stone is ready to go. Awesome. So, Mr. Stone hatchling, and then diet. Stone hatchling, we will give you granite. So the stone hatchlings here, if you're wondering, they eat very, very, very similar to regular hatchlings, where they eat ores and turn to coal. But the reason I'm separating them out is there's a possibility of them morphing again. So I'm going to keep them separate so I can have a population of stones, because perhaps I think they have a chance... Oh my god, the auto-saving is killing me. I think they have a chance to morph to smooth, which would be good. I want them to hatch smooth hatchlings, because they help to refine metals, which is very nice to do automatically. So you, my little guy, is going to get wrangled. And then here we can took... now at this point, I don't care about my incubators, so I will remove them. Smooths would be very, very nice, yeah. Alright, so let's put in that AND gate and unscrew up the system. And then test it again. And then once that tests positive, then I'll add a batch system, so that it waits for there to be a certain quantity of water in the system before going. My kcals look amazing. They're obviously using a considerable amount of my my water, so that's a thing. But the current food I have in the base is much, much, much higher than it ever was before. And printable, speaking of which. Doctor, dig, suit wearer, ranch farmer. Ooh, ranch farmer who sucks at farming. Why? Why? Otto. Otto. We're so close to getting another dude. So close. But a farmer that sucks at farming is not a farmer that I want. Alright, so there's the end gate. And now it is properly sending a red signal until this goes green. So let's try this again. Oh, it also made everything germy, so I should probably disinfect it. And take a look. Yes. This germy water is not sending green signals and has it go through the de-germing cycle. And then what I want to do is to make sure that there is no germs left over here, so that if this system works, here, let me turn it off. If this system works, if this is then clean water, then we know it works, I guess. I'm fumbling around language. So you can see the germs getting killed off, being in the reservoir, being in a chlorinated environment, and, ooh, puppy treats. Buddy. 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 So once you see these germs go to 0, the germ sensor should light up green, and then it should drop the clean water here in this trough, or whatever you want to call it. So we're at 2k germs, and it's dropping. And then the way to batch it would be to then require it another end gate for a high threshold, so that we only really dump water once we hit a certain amount. And then once it goes high threshold, put it on some sort of delay timer so it stays green for a while. Come on now. Alright, 0 germs is about to hit. Eventually. Oh, there it goes! It detected 0 germs. So let's see if all this stays clean. We know that part works. It is staying clean. I'm going to wait until the whole thing is emptied out. It is. Is every last ounce clean? Germs are. Autosave. You're killing me. Germs are 0. Oh, I forgot about all the floral scent. That's going to be nice. I just have to make sure that no one's allergic. So, first part works. Let's turn it off. Then the batch system. So, what we're going to want to do is, the only way for this to turn green is going to be if this sensor, so if we look at the automation, if the sensor turns green, so we're going to want another AND. I'll put it here and delete this. Made a mess. Oh, who potted themselves? Oh, God, you've been stuck this whole time, haven't you? Yeah, you went through a locked door somehow and didn't come back out. I've been so hyper-focused. Yeah, I'm going to have some mopping to do, so let me actually just get rid of these mesh tiles ahead of time. Wait, I thought you made a mess. I don't mind. I don't mind automatic mess cleanup. So, let's see. Sends an automatic green signal and red signal. No. Creates a timer to send green signals for a specific amount of time. No. How to do large batching? I'm actually not sure. Oh, it was number 2. Yeah. I guess I really don't need to work it on a batch system. That's not necessary. I just wanted it. Can't the tank do it? Yeah, I guess the tank alone can do it. It can be the low threshold to turn back off. So let's have the threshold be very, very small so we can test this out. So the way this will work is, yeah, I need a bridge here. And then this controls that. So it's set to keep somewhere between 2% and 8% water in it. Oh, and this is empty. Mm-hmm. I'll go a little long until this this project wraps. That seems unnecessary. Crazy run of wiring. So then this next pump, I'm actually going to change these way these pumps work. So it feeds to the, you'll see. It's going to feed differently. And that way I don't really need to worry about the input water. So this is the wastewater line, and although I know this water is clean, like for a fact, I'm gonna have this clean water. Oh. Yeah. Actually, we'll set this up without desalination. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's start, let's use our new water filtration system for the desalinator. Sound good? Hope so. Now, I do have the failsafe on. So this failsafe signal switch, keeps the liquid shutoff from working, and still it's in testing mode. Research is complete. Oh yeah, that's probably old research. All right, so the desalination is good to go. Let's turn that on. What signal is that on? Why isn't that on right now? I am confused. Because I ruined the power to it? No? It has power. Oh, because this is this water pump. Okay, there we go. Alright, desalinating. You know, we've been low on salt this whole time, so might as well produce salt this way. Alright. So what signals is this sending? This doesn't have enough water yet, so it is not sending a green signal. So when this gets more water, it can possibly send a green signal for the batching. And then desalinating water here is... it's warm. It's hot. It's hot. I'm not gonna lie, it's hot. So this is something that we're probably gonna want to treat for cooling at some point, because it is it's too hot to be worked as a long-term solution. I wish it would show you what the threshold was in it. So this holds, I think so 10% is when it hits 1,000. Or 500. No, it should have already hit the threshold. So it's starting to read as germ-free, as you can see. Oh, man, what a jump. Yeah, it's passed. So I'm going to set the high threshold up to 100%. And then... God, the game keeps freezing up on me. There it goes. Alright, I'm going to stop sending things through the system for a minute. Just to look at it. So... sends a red signal when the reservoir is high threshold until the low threshold is reached again. So... what we want is at least... the problem is this, the way the automation is working here, we kind of want a green when it hits the high threshold, not a red when it hits the high threshold. Right? So what is it at now? It's at, I wonder if I can cause it to be green. Oh yeah, so it's green now, right? So anywhere between 10 and 70% will signal green. So if I flip this for batching, this should be clean water, and if it comes out as clean water, it's ready to be rerouted to the other system, I think. And then the low threshold sends a green signal when the reservoir is less than 10% full. Yeah, this needs a like a NOT gate. Yeah, I think we need a NOT gate. So a NOT gate just flips the signal. So input is, yeah. So we'll toss a NOT gate in here. Let me turn this off. And then it will be done with a NOT gate. So NOT gate is just, it's basically just a signal flip. So if red, then green, if green, then red. And that way we can use... so that's what I was trying to figure out with the high thresholds, because I knew the threshold numbers were, like, reversed. So I was trying to find some sort of timer, but this will work instead. And this should work just fine. Now, the other issue is our water supply is going to get pretty warm as a result of doing the desalination process. So that's something that we're going to need to figure out in the long run. So here, as you can see, the thresholds are flipped. And... oh my god, stop locking up, game. So, sends a red signal when it's less than 10%, and a green signal, let's go up to 50%. So anywhere between 10 and 50% will be good. And turn this on. And then you'll see, as soon as this hits 10% full at 500 kilograms, it will send a green signal, which means that it would be good to batch. And this will be the last batch test. So once this hits 500, it should go green here to there. But it's still germy. I do have tons and tons of, like, ice, yes. In fact, I have a ridiculous amount of ice stored in here to help to to offset the desalination heat. All right, so we're... Sends a green signal when it's less than low threshold until full. Oh, until full. Here, let me just put this to 25. Yeah, I haven't really used the logic off of reservoirs before. So now what happens here is once this is 1250, it flips. Oh, and it has just flipped. So, because it hit 1250, right? So then it's saying, hey, we hit our max, so flush. And then if I flip this dead switch, this master switch, it starts to flush. And turn this off. And then if this is clean water, if this all comes out clean, I know it works. And our batch water filtration system, which is totally entirely hands-off, is done. And yeah, this is all clean. So, let's wrap the water filtration up. Yeah, so it keeps 10% water in there. So it should... This should turn off once it hits the low threshold of 500 kilograms of water. Which it has. So it keeps a little bit of water in the reservoir. And then once it hits 25%, it dumps. And I can always fuss with those numbers. So now this is it hooked up? It is. All right, let's hope I'm really truly have done it right. Because we're going. It's a real system now. It's a fully automated system with this dead switch here. And I'll just play a little bit longer so you can see it work. As this ticks up to 1250, and as soon as it hits 1250, it batches, dumps until it hits 500. So it does batches of 750 kilograms of water per batch. So right now it's saying that some of the water that's going through is not germy. No, it's germy now. All right, some of the water that's going through is not germy, but we haven't hit the batch quantity, which is 1225. Oh, I don't know about this. The scary thing is some of the water in this here is still germy, but it's testing each pass. Oh, I have like butterflies. This makes me uncomfortable. But it is working, technically. It hasn't failed yet, I'll put it that way. And then, yep, so the remaining water in the reservoir is clean, and it is dumping it all into the supply tank. And no germs have been detected in here yet. It's just very sketchy when I know that there's germs in the system and it is letting water out. But it is working correctly, as you can see. So then the last part of the system, I guess, because I'm not technically done, would be a liquid element sensor here to be like, hey, you're full. Stop it. Because, you know, or, you know what? Yeah. That is the last part of the system. And, so a liquid element sensor here. Or, you know, I could, just for convenience, do a liquid element sensor here. That's sort of like a, hey, I'm full. And then this will be on an AND gate with this switch here to run the sieve. Because then the other problem is, because we're desalinating quite a lot, this signal here probably ought to run down to the desalinator to turn off the desalinator remotely, saying, hey, we have enough water, stop processing. And that will be the end of the project. Automatic desalination. And this should be a NOT gate, right? Sends a green signal. Yeah, this needs to be a NOT gate. So when water is sensed, it sends a red signal. This is for pipe? Oh, so if that's for pipe, there should be a, No, it's on the sensor tile. Yeah. It's fundamentally different than a liquid element sensor for the pipe. There are two different types of sensors, so I think this is correct. One sensor's for the tile, one sensor's for the pipe. They're different. All right, automation wire. So then this runs that, this, and that. But I need the NOT gate built. Come on. There we go. So then this is the override switch, and this works too. Come on. There's one little... There we go. There we go. So now it's saying, oh, yeah. We have room for water. So run the sieve, run the pump, and run the desalinator, which is the three sources of water I have. I can also introduce a fourth source of water, which is this this pump here as well. Eventually. And that will allow us to control whether the system or not takes on more water. It's not germing yet, so it hasn't failed yet. And it's about to hit batch. So we're about to get a batch dump. What is Celsius in the deep freeze for food to avoid spoilage? I don't think that's a thing. I think that got patched out. It used to be that you could, like, have cold carbon dioxide or whatever, but I think now you just have to use a refrigerator. I might be wrong, but because I haven't dug through the patch notes, but I do recall seeing that as a thing. Alright, tidy up that food, speaking of which. Alright, so we should... Oh, it's germy. Yep. That's the other thing is, so some of the water is dripping because it's clean, but some of the water is going back for cycle because it's germy. The liquid sensor still needs settings? No, this oh, yeah. So the liquid is just, water. You're right. It needs to be told what to sense. I wish I could go, like, ×5 speed, or ×10 speed to fill this up. I think what I could do as an experiment is just to have another liquid sensor down here to just prove that it would work hypothetically. So let me just put one there, and it should turn green. copy settings and paste settings. And yeah, there it is, green signal, because it's saying, hey, I see water. Means we're full. So, yeah, I think I can check this off the list. And John Banshee, thank you for the resub. Welcome for your 10th month. So yeah, water automation is done. It does it in batches. It senses germs, and then it has a flipped switch for when there is no more space for water. So that's cool. I need to automate this pump. This pump could just run all the time. Or, you know, it could run, Okay, you're right. Let me do... And gate here. For that pump. Or... I don't even really need a gate. Honestly, it could just be on all the time. It, like, doesn't hurt. If there's room in the liquid reservoir, just pump it. And if there's any reason why I want to stop pumping, I can turn that off. Alright. Last things last. Give me nutrient bars. And we'll wrap this up. Well, let's recap quickly before I end. So we did manage to get a suit dock up to space. We haven't actually built the space station, the observatory or anything like that yet. We set up a sweep overlay over for regolith and mafic that is hot. We set up a ranch again for hatches and a ranch for stone. Where are my stones? I have no idea where the stone went. He's on the loose somewhere. But we do have the ranches for that now. We are weaning ourselves off of dirt, because there's basically no dirt left. So the age of the glossy Dracos are coming to an end unless, of course, I manage to get some dirt production using pufflets or something like that. We set up a bristle blossom farm because our food kcals were really dropping due to the fact that we were out of dirt entirely. We had a little bit of a freak out with the lack of salt for the rust. But we're tapping some of the last salt nodes here and elsewhere. So, but we're also starting to desalinate full time. We finally started using up the natural gas from this geyser. It's probably going to run out of natural gas, which means one of the first projects I work on, if I stream this again, will be a coal plant to keep us tied over until we start to get natural gas again. And we set up a robust power grid. So we have the power bus here, the heavy watt line that can hold up to 20 kilowatts, that is feeding then 2 kilowatt transformers. So our entire power grid has been redesigned and ruggedized. And that, I think, wraps up what we managed to do this stream. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included Badlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch March 24th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind that this is a casual series, so I'm not really all that interested about gameplay mechanic suggestions. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, and Discord, the link can be found in the description, has some events, which will give you notifications about upcoming streams. And of course, episodes released on YouTube. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you in next episode. Farewell.